Bernardo Silva. I couldn't watch Alan Shearer because I was too young and I don't remember him. In my experience, Erling is still very young and could become the greatest player in Premier League history if he continues on this path. Manchester City ahead for Marc Guéhi. City are favourites to sign Marc Guéhi, seen as Stone's successor. An offer of around £35 million could convince Crystal Palace in January. Trent Alexander-Arnold will miss the Real Madrid vs Manchester City match due to a thigh injury, leading to an absence of at least 2 months. Lionel Messi. Pep Guardiola is the best of all. For me, Guardiola is unique. There are extraordinarily good coaches, but he has something different. For me, he is the best of all. When it comes to the vision of the game, match preparation, communication with the players, he is very complete. He is the best. We were lucky to have him at Barcelona. He went elsewhere and continued to win. It's not just thanks to the victories, but also because of the way his teams played. At Bayern, even if he didn't win the Champions League, he changed their way of playing in Germany. In England, with Manchester City, he also transformed the way the league is played. Enzo Maresca. But I watched the game back. We did a lot of bad things. We probably paid the price for having played with 10 men against Arsenal for an hour. Away games against Leeds can be more complicated in some ways than other matches. Most of the rotations we do are because the others cannot play every 3 days. We have players right now who are not in a position to play every 3 days. Bournemouth will be a similar game to the one against Leeds, which is why we need to be better. Leeds was very intense and was better than us in all aspects. Hopefully, we can learn from this and be better tomorrow. We have players, due to their history, that we need to manage. We have 4 or 5 players that we need to protect and manage. I would love to play every game with Reece, Pedro, Moy, even Romeo, but it is not possible, so we try to find a different solution. Wesley Fofana is expected to return to the Chelsea squad for the trip to Bournemouth on Saturday afternoon in the Premier League, after missing Wednesday night's defeat at Leeds United. Bournemouth has not won in their last 5 games. 4 defeats and 1 draw. Real Madrid and Vinicius Jr. are confident that his contract extension will be finalized when negotiations resume in 2026. Camavinga is not 100% ready for the match against Celta. He will try to be ready for the match against Manchester City. Despite the return of Militao and Rudiger in central defence, Dean Huijsen will rejoin the starting 11, but not as much as before his recent injury, or at least not with the same importance to the team. Rudiger and Militao, returning from injury, provide the security the team needs. Huijsen remains a promising player, but the coach knows that in important matches, the German and the Brazilian are the most reliable options. This forces the young central defender to fight for his starting spot. Not for lack of talent, but because earning a starting position at Real Madrid is not a given, it's a constant challenge. Maintaining his competitiveness, avoiding any complacency, and strengthening his defensive solidity are all essential factors to regain his place in the starting 11. Sunday Olish, former Nigeria coach. There is a lot of talk about a possible transfer of Osimhen to Real Madrid. I won't say where I got this information from, but I was told he is going to leave. We'll see, but when I heard it from an important personality in Nigeria, I was very happy for the young man. Dani Ceballos could start against Celta Vigo. Casemiro. After the game at the Parc des Princes, I went straight to see the president and told him, sign Mbappé, is impossible to stop. My first encounter with him was in the Champions League against PSG. He put us through hell. We lost 1-0 because of his goal. It was incredible. He will go down in football history. Marcelo, being a coach? No. I have enough with my children. Watching them stresses me out. And when I watch Real Madrid with them, it's the same. That's why I don't like watching football anymore. I don't know anything about tactics. How am I supposed to explain a 4-3-3 to a player? It's too complicated for me. Marcelo, a dribbler I like right now. There's a player in Juvenile A called Gabri. He's excellent, I like him. He will probably join the first team because he dribbles incredibly well. I also like Kvaratskhelia. Marcelo, I love Kylian Mbappé. He's incredible. I would have liked to play with him, but he arrived a bit too late. Joan Laporta, sign a world-class player? Yes, but only if we really need one. Having too many big stars in the same team doesn't work, as we can clearly see close to us. Yes, we are all thinking of the same club. Nico Schlotterbeck is seriously considering joining Real Madrid or Bayern Munich in the summer of 2026. Marcelo y Mourinho? During one match, Jose came to me and said, "You are the best, incredible, wonderful." I went home and I was very happy with what he had said. In the next game, I played badly, and he told me, "You are bad, what are you doing?" As you know, when he told me that, I really liked it, because I learned a lot from him. Marcelo, when things were going badly, people said it was because of my weight. That was normal. One day, my son asked me, "Dad, why do you look a bit fat in the Champions League final videos?" I replied, "That slightly fat man always played with that body, he won titles, played in finals, and was decisive in them." Luka Modric, my wish was to retire at Madrid. But, as they say, everything has a beginning and an end. Sometimes things don't go the way you want. That said, the love of the supporters, the club, everyone connected to Real Madrid is something that lasts forever. Giorgio Chiellini, we beat Real Madrid with James Rodriguez in midfield and with 3 attackers. It was an offensive team, it was good, we defended very well and we scored. But when they played with Casemiro and Isco, we managed Gareth Bale, we conceded a few chances but we knew what he was doing. But Isco that season. The most difficult thing for a defender is unpredictable players. It was Isco who ruined our plan. He was truly unstoppable. He creates chances on the right, in the center, on the left. It was not easy for us to contain them. La Liga will open an investigation into the insults received by Real Madrid players at San Mamés. Update on Real Madrid injuries. Carvajal, expected return in January. Trent Alexander-Arnold, expected return early February. Alaba, close to a return. Camavinga, slight ankle sprain, nothing serious. Ferland Mendy, expected return in January. Federico Valverde will return to right back to cover. Xabi Alonso has found the ideal formation. The 4-4-2 in defense, which transforms into a 3-5-2 in attack, has allowed the team to cover all spaces and quickly recover possession after losing the ball. The team made 13 interceptions in the final third of the pitch against Athletic. Kylian Mbappé is voted Real Madrid's Player of the Month for November. Real Madrid has abandoned all chance of signing Manchester City superstar, Rodri. The deal is considered impossible. Real Madrid has suffered 13 injuries in the last 31 days. Before that, the club had recorded a total of 13 injuries between August and October. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappé, 2 of the best forwards in the world currently, will face each other next week. Erling Haaland, 24 games, 33 goals, 5 assists with 1 penalty. Kylian Mbappé, 24 games, 30 goals, 7 assists with 9 penalties. Jude Bellingham played with complete freedom against Athletic Club. He made the most recoveries, 7, and won all his tackles, 6. The Englishman shone playing further from goal, in a central role, which was Xabi Alonso's initial idea for him. Courtois, Kylian Mbappé is the top scorer. Only Haaland comes close. Kobbie Mainoo is very frustrated with his lack of playing time at Manchester United and wants a loan this winter. PSG could consider a departure for Lucas Beraldo this winter. His estimated market value of €25 million could boost the winter transfer budget. The Brazilian defender wants to stay in Europe. Alcazar wants to sign Leonardo Balerdi. Luis Enrique, Hakimi? It's good news when we see a return. No further information. We are clearly awaiting his recovery. There is the Afghan, and he will normally return to his national team. Pep Guardiola, the favourites for the 2026 World Cup. I would like England to be one of them. I don't want to sound too nice, but I've been here for many years. I'm part of this country. I would love for Thomas Tuchel and his team to take the final step and achieve it. Luis Enrique on Habib Bey. 5 weeks ago everyone wanted to kill him and today he is the best. It's unfair, they are having a very good season. Tomorrow will be difficult. Rodri is still unavailable for Manchester City's match this weekend. Pep Guardiola announced it at the press conference. He has only played 8 games this season. Harry Kane is trying to convince Marc Guéhi to join Bayern. The defender will be out of contract next June. Kane had played a similar role in Eric Dier's transfer. The Turkish justice system has ordered the arrest of 46 people as part of a vast investigation into match-fixing in Turkey. 27 of the 29 targeted players are suspected of having bet on their own team's matches. The justice system also ordered the arrest of 2 club presidents suspected of having tried to influence the result of a 3rd division match. Onslaught for points behind 4th place? For me, that shows how good the Premier League is this season. Our first goal is clearly to get back into the top 4 because we are not satisfied with our current position. Galatasaray wants to enter the race to sign Mohamed Salah. The club hopes to convince him with a contract worth €17 million per season. Barca's priority is to recruit a new striker to replace Robert Lewandowski this summer. Chelsea has initiated contact with Serhou Guirassy for a summer transfer. The Blues are ready to activate his €50 million clause. Lautaro Martínez is FC Barcelona's top priority target for the next summer transfer window. The club wants to sign a world-class centre-forward and the Argentinian has become a priority target for Deco. We just need a little more time to get to know each other better and create a more positive dynamic. Florian Wirtz calls for time for Liverpool to return to form. I think everything will soon go our way. We have incredible quality in the dressing room, personalities and excellent players. We just have to work hard and stick together as a team and as a club, and I hope we will be more successful. Eric Garcia extends his contract until 2031 with Barca. At PSG, some are questioning the relevance of keeping Chevalier as number 1 at all costs. It is believed that real competition with Safanov could motivate him. Timothy Weah, League One is the best league in the world. Here is the Premier League table after match day 14. Arsenal is still leading the league. Chelsea, Manchester City, and Aston Villa complete the top 4. West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves occupy the relegation zone. Gianni Infantino, the 2026 World Cup will be the greatest event in history. There will be a show at half-time of the World Cup final. The half-time break during the final will be much longer, thanks to the brand new half-time show. In terms of organization, the World Cup draw is not starting under the best conditions. It has been 2 hours since the Secret Service began searching journalists' bags. No journalist can enter the perimeter 3 hours before the start of the ceremony, all in the snow. FIFA is powerless against this, the local authorities have the power over this organization. Another poor performance by Manchester United at home. The Red Devils missed the opportunity to enter the Premier League's Big Five. Hugo Lloris extends his contract until December 2026 with Los Angeles FC. Andres Iniesta came to visit the FC Barcelona players in training. Leo Messi, I hope to be able to participate in the World Cup. I would really like to be there. At worst, I'll be there as a spectator, but it will be special. The World Cup is special for everyone. We experience it in a totally different way. Santos has initiated initial discussions with Neymar and his entourage for an extension. The Brazilian wants to stay at Santos for 1 more year. Talks are expected to conclude shortly. The 18-year-old Lille midfielder, Ayab Bouadi, is being courted by several Premier League clubs, including Chelsea. Arsenal is making significant efforts. The Lille management wants to extend his contract to sell him for more than €50 million next summer.